Hi YouTube, this is Patrick, and this is my extremely goddamn late review of The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 7. I just finished watching it, because I missed it Sunday night, and then between work and my on-demand not working, and more work, and what have you, I missed it, so I'm sorry this is so late. It won't happen again. And anyway, this was... I thought this was the best one so far this season. Definitely the best one so far this season. In fact, it was just better directed visually. It was just more well done. It was lit better. Like all the technical stuff behind it. The zombie attack was pretty visceral and just yeah. So all that stuff was top notch. The moments in the prison. After Michonne, who finally gets something to say, thankfully, and still doesn't really have much more of a character than the angry black chick right now, but at least she had dialogue, so that was a plus. And the moment where Carol was back alive was handled actually much better than I thought. I was like, all right, Carol's back, but the way they handled it and the reaction to Lori being dead and how that's not gonna completely go away. It was just well done. It was emotionally well done, and then as was Carl's talk with Rick about naming the baby and everything like that. So and it pretty much I guess sets up whatever for the mid-season finale next week. I guess something's gonna go wrong in the prison, so we're gonna have that to be like the B storyline, where the A storyline will be everything in Woodbury with Rick and crew showing up. So yeah, the stuff in the prison that's emotionally well done, and they got to move on quickly. Michonne didn't, showed up in the prison at the beginning of the episode, and they were back at Woodbury by the end. So, didn't get dragged out. Very good, very very good. The best stuff in this episode, for a change, was in Woodbury, and maybe it was better because of Glenn and Maggie, maybe more than anything else. But the first of all, the whole interrogation with Glenn and Merle is well done. They're setting up Merle and Daryl, meeting again pretty well. Like all that stuff. The fight scene where they let the zombie loose was just extremely intense and just really well done, and good work by the actor who plays Glenn. Just top notch stuff. Like really well done stuff. Where I'm watching the show, I kind of went, wow, that was a great scene. They haven't really done that a lot where I'm sitting there going like, wow, that was amazing, or wow, that was, the show for me has been consistently, entertaining, just not, like I've said, it hasn't really reached that wow factor, but this episode had, plenty of really strong moments like it, so I liked it very much with that. As far as the governor goes, before I get to the stuff with Maggie, the stuff with Andrea was at least a little more interesting this week with the lab assistant trying to see if the subconscious is still in there after they're dead. Kind of knew that was going to be a, no pun intended, dead end, and it was. Alright, so we sort of got an answer on what he's doing, but I don't know, it was whatever. It seemed like more of a reason just to get Andrea out of the way while the governor could pretend to rape Maggie. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's after that. As far as the governor goes, I thought the actor that's played him for the season so far, he's been fine, but they haven't given him, I think, really enough to do to really, really put a stamp on the character. But this episode, he went into, full-on evil mode with the scene with Maggie, and that was just pretty intense, pretty messed up. And I thought he was gonna, rape her, and that's pretty, it's pretty ice cold. I really thought he was actually going to go through with it. So, so credit there for that, for making me actually think he was gonna do that. And yeah, just a real I want this guy to get his now. I haven't really thought about it this season, but now I want this guy to get hurt badly, and I want Rick and the rest to definitely make it there. Rick, Daryl, Michonne, and I forget the inmate, the black guy, have a nice little showdown next week. Should be pretty intense. It's a mid-season finale, so I'm expecting a strong, fast-paced episode. I'm sure it's exactly what we're gonna get, and we'll get a pretty crazy cliffhanger. Might lose somebody. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, very good episode this week. I'm so sorry it was late. I will remedy that from now on, and I will talk to you guys next week. Later.